Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There really is no noise like Sao Paulo noise, no heat like Sao Paulo heat. The game here has always been something, and boy, this truly is something. The action has already started. Mbappe! Well, versatility and work rate have always been the strengths of Darren Fletcher, but he's done all of that in the face, down the years, of some doubters, Jim.
Yeah, he was criticised when playing in more offensive roles for giving the ball away a little too often and poor positional sense, Peter, but it became pretty apparent he was better suited to a deeper role, a holding midfielder, a box-to-box player.
Yes, and he gets a lot of praise. Haaland! Scholes. It's a really well-measured ball. Hakimi. Looking tidy in possession here. Now it's Neymar! Kimmich. And here's the chance to counter. Mbappe. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Well, nicely intercepted. And that was very necessary. And he's there to retrieve it. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He rises! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hakimi. Still goalless. He's in plenty of space here. Good read, needed to be. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Costa Curta. Mbappe. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. That's really well manoeuvred. That is a crunching tackle. Benfica with the corner, there first. In for a header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Costa Curta goes on a run down the left wing. Nice defending, physical and effective. Kukçu. Pedro Neto. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That is good alertness. Kimmich. Van der Vaart. Now it's Messi. Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Neymar with the clearance. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Milan do have a chance to counter here. Van der Vaart. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's picked his way through. Pickford deals with it effortlessly. That has been cut short. And it's Scholes. Kochu! Goal! Benfica! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And here's Haaland. And here's Messi. Van der Vaart. And he gets rid in a hurry. That could spell trouble. Van der Vaart! Costa Curta can get it clear. Hakimi getting this one clear. Benfica leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Darren Fletcher, challenged just a bit on the firm side. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Otamendi. Now Costa Curta, who played through for the wide man. Well read, nice interception. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Now it's Haaland. Oh, what has happened here? And there's the end of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think there's plenty to be pleased about with that first half display in terms of the score and overall approach.
Benfica head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Teremos uma substituição.
And we're underway again.
Benfica definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Corner number 2 then. Ruben Dias tries to clear. And he was quick to react. Cambiasso. Costa Curta. Oh, he's found support out wide. That is a brilliant interception. Darren Fletcher. Messi. Now it's Messi.
That's good play from him. Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. David Villa. Van der Vaart. David Villa! Oh, split-second reaction.
Villa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Neymar. Costa Curta cuts it out. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Scholes is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's shifting through the gears here. Pass is just off target. Oh, this looks sharp. Neymar is herring after that one. Hakimi. No, that was never going to make it. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
And it's Messi. And here's Mbappe.
Milan showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He won't be happy with that one. Oh, he's been caught napping. Neymar! And again! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Substituição no time do Benfica.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 10. Camisa 4. Camisa
Roberto
7.
Carlos.
Camisa 11. Deixando o
Mbappe
campo
providing an outlet on that flank.
Camisa 18. Camisa 20. Camisa 8.
De Bruyne.
Camisa 42.
And it's Neymar. So what can they make of this?
Substituição em
David
andamento.
Villa. Oh, that's fabulous. That's very neat.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Batistuta. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. Pickford catches it safely. Oh, that's a key interception. Referee's given a throw. David Villa. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he is going into that little black book. And here comes the corner. So, third corner of the game. A sudden chance to counter. That's a nicely measured pass. That's a shade optimistic. That's really well cleared. Kane. Chance to finish. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desperate defending required here. Musiala attempts a clearance.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Olise looks to get on the end of this. And now the breakaway.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Musiala. And here's Mbappe. He's had a hit! It's off target and by quite a way. Olise is fouled. Good stop, it had to be. That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Big header! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Benfica have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Benfica with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Pedro Neto. And now a sudden chance to counter. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Gigi Buffon. I doubt there's a more experienced goalkeeper out there, Peter, having played at the top level since his teenage years. I think he's going to be a real calming presence between the sticks, and I'd expect him to give the whole team a real lift.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Kokchu. And he cuts out the supply. Vieri. And it's Griezmann.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Davids. He's had a hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Davids clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And that has been cleared. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Benfica have the chance to go the other way. Roberto Baggio. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? It's their second corner of the game. There's the header. He will be livid with himself.
Davids just had too many bodies around him. He would have done remarkably well to score from there.
Still goalless at the moment. Nicely spread. Back into the middle. He's cut it out. And he's there to get it away. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
No, that's overhit. Griezmann. And here's Vieri. And here's Baggio. Vieri. Oh, important interception. And it's Baggio. Vieri. He's free. He has got space. Roberto Carlos gets rid without sophistication. It's Vieri! Shapes to shoot. Now, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Inter Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Scholes. Roberto Carlos. Bergomi kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he can clear it away. Little pass back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Hakimi spots it and intercepts. And here's Vieri. Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Scholes.
Benfica certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Hakimi defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Deftly done. He'd have done well to reach that. Davids is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Benfica claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Benfica have their second corner now. Hakimi goes short. Good read, needed to be. Griezmann. Vieri. And he's intervened well there. And the pass is intercepted. Lobbed in behind.
Look, it's a run defence, is this.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Oh, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Benfica finding their passes. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Benfica have reclaimed it.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into...
Chance for the header! Oh, it's taken a deflection. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. And he goes cross-field. Roberto Baggio. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, nicely intercepted. Neuer sends that a long way. Roberto Carlos gets it away. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Can he latch on to this? Skillfully cut out. He is so... Scores! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. Terrific header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Still no way through. The defending here is red. And the shot! It's fallen loose again! And yes, it's there! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 26.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, that was vital. Maradona. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Benfica perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, that's fabulous. Baggio gets into some space. Costa Curta with the clearance. And he was alert to it. Plays a delicate ball. Brilliantly cut out. Just a quarter of an hour to play. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's shifting through the gears here. Cleared without complication. That's been cut out, well played. Hakimi. And it's Scholes. And he thumps it clear. And they're back on the ball again. And the volley. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Mbappe is herring after that one. Referee's given a throw.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 36, Roberto Carlos. Numero 8, lasciano il campo per il numero 21.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe. And he's had a hit! That is a brilliant interception. So their fourth corner of the game. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Ball's gone out of play. Belts one. Gave it a go, but off target. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
It's Vieri! He's missed, but not by that far.
Inter have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Mbappe. And he's managed to get rid. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rafael Leao! So that's it. It is all over. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference? Rafael Leao! They want to be quick to recover this. Musiala, João Neves, Musiala! Koundé is there to clear. Backward it goes. Koundé, Ruben Neves, and Son Heung-min. Now it's Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Valverde. Well, that has not gone well. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
There will be a throw-in. Pedro Neto. Oh, played right into his path. Yamal. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Owen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And now they can clear their lines. Mbappe. And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific header! Now, who's going to be first to this? Into the box. Unai Simon is there to take. Musiala. That's been cut out, well played. Ruben Neves. He could be in here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Yamal spots it and intercepts. And here's Owen. Played back in. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Musiala. Passing nice and neat. João Neves. Adams. Ah, he's given it away.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Messi. And the shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Oh, that's delightful. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. Rafael Leao! That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Nicely weighted ball. In! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught napping! And it's Roberto... Can he finish? Some really good ball movement. And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's really drilled it. Son Heung-min is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. That pass has been well intercepted. Adams promptly on. Could be danger here. Son Heung-min. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Mbappé.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Nicked it back promptly. Musiala. Oh, no joy this time. And we hit half-time. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. And we are up to the break.
Benfica ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9 será sustituido
underway again.
El dorsal 18.
Benfica are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Rafael Leao. And the ball is out of play. And it's Ruben Neves. Rafinha was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mbappé. Musiala. Messi. Back in possession and ready to go again. Musiala. Played into space out wide. Yamal.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
He's a sharp little ball here. The less said about that pass, the better. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. Almost an hour gone.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Robertson. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's a pretty loose pass. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well timed, excellent interception. Pedro Neto is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. That's tidy. Now here's the delivery. He rises! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Pedro Neto. Hakimi. Pedro Neto.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Benfica have got it back and they'll have another go.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And he's managed to get rid. Rafael Leao. Always onto this. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Rafinha clears. Fernandes. Oh, nicely intercepted. And the counter is on. Fernandes kept his eye on it, and to Messi. Great chance! That's a decent clearance. Adams with the clearance. Not the most accurate pass. And he can clear it away. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh no, what has happened here? And the shot! Yes, he's done it! Finally, finally, finally! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Barcelona take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary...
Rafael Leao! Oh, what has happened here?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. That looks a good ball through. And he'll shoot here. Oh, the good effort from distance. He has done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And that's that. Benfica were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.